A Cosori 5.8 quart air fryer review. Is it worth it? Are all the 1,000 reviews right, or are they all bizarre reviews? I'm Urvashi, my blog is TwoSleevers.com, and I'm going to review this air fryer today. First things first, nobody's paying me to do this review. Even when people send me appliances, I don't always review an appliance I don't like. This one I bought on my own, so all opinions are my own. Actually, all opinions are always my own because I'm very outspoken about things that I like and I don't like. 5.8 quart comes with this. Comes with other things, comes with recipes, which you will not need. I'll tell you why. Because I have two amazing, shameless plug, two amazing air fryer cookbooks. Everyday Easy Air Fryer, Air Fryer Revolution. This one has sold over 50,000 copies, great reviews. This one's only been out for a few weeks. It's already sold 10,000 copies. These have things in here that are not French fries and not, frozen foods. It's fresh foods, everything from scratch, 10 minutes cook time, 10 minutes prep time, very, very fast. So I hope you'll check those out. But back to this one. Here's the thing about air fryers that you have to understand. They either make them independent, freestanding ones like this, most of them are egg-shaped, or they make toaster oven ones, and I will also have reviewed the Cosori toaster oven one, so you can check that review out if you'd like. And I've reviewed many of the smaller ones like the Ninja, the Go-Wise, etc., etc. They all cook well. So let's just be clear on that. They all cook well, okay? That's not the issue. The issue is, does it take long time to clean, and how much do they hold? That's how you really should make a decision about which air fryer to get. One of the really, really nice things about a Cosori, this particular one, is that it has a rectangular / square basket. Okay, let me show you this. I've put some chicken wings in here earlier, so I'm going to show you how many can fit in. Okay, this, guys, is amazing capacity for an egg-shaped air fryer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 wings. Most of my other air fryers will hold 8 or 9 in a row. In this case, this holds a lot. And the little square, is it a square or is it a rectangle? It's a square. So the advantage of this shape is that you're not losing the edges on the corner. So if you're making things like hamburger patties or things that are round, they actually fit in a whole lot better. Okay, let me tell you everything I've tried. I've tried a Ninja air fryer, love it. Tried the Go-Wise, it was my go-to one for years and years until my son took it away. Tried the Gourmet, the old one had a few issues. The newer one I think has a much better basket design. What else have I tried? I've done a review of the Ninja Foodie. The one I use the most is my Philips because it's plugged in. That's the only reason that it gets used. So if you have an air fryer that you intend to use, keep it plugged in because having to haul this thing out before you start cooking, it's not going to happen. Find one that fits into a space that you have, and that's how you'll get the most use out of it. So of all the ones I've tried so far, this one has the largest surface area. And that is what matters. 5.8 refers to how much you can stack in here. If you're doing an air fryer cook, you should not be stacking. I know you can, but it's actually a lot less efficient to cook that way. You're putting in a ton of food, one on top of the other, and then you're expecting the surface to crisp. Well, how is the surface gonna crisp? The surface crisps because there's a fan inside here that pushes out hot heat, and that heat covers the item, and that's what causes crisping. Well, if you have stuff stacked on top of each other, you're gonna have to shake it quite often. And to me, it's not worth it. You're better off just doing 2 cook cycles. It only takes, for most things, 10-15 minutes. You're much better off cooking it in 2 batches than trying to put it in there and have unevenly cooked food. So one of the huge advantages of this Cosori is the space. I just love the space. Let me show you the other thing about how this Cosori works. In order to get this basket out, you have to push this knob forward and then you lift. Now, I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's my machine, I don't know if this is the design, but for me, it always helps pick up from the other side and then I can lift it, okay? See all of these vents on the side here? That is what is helping the air circulate. Now, let me show you. This is the bottom where my chicken wings have cooked. I'm sorry it's messy, but hey, guess what? Yours is gonna be messy too. This part is where all the fat drips down and it collects it really well. This part is nonstick. It's gonna make washing it a breeze, and it's gonna be, this section is going to be dishwasher safe, which makes it really, really easy for me. Okay, let's talk about some of the cooking features. So when I turn this on, I see a bunch of presets. Many of the air fryers come with these presets. To be honest with you, as far as I'm concerned, the jury's out on presets, okay? You've got steak, 400 for 6 minutes, chicken, 380 for 25, fish, shrimp, bacon, cooking from frozen, which we'll come back to in a minute, French fries, I guess that's broccoli? I'm not really sure. I think they mean light vegetables. I don't know that it'll cook at 310 minutes, but it's a starting point. This is a carrot, so I'm guessing they mean hard vegetables, like root vegetables, you know. 400 for 12, breads and desserts. Now, this cooking from frozen, really, it depends on what you're cooking from frozen, right? I think what they're trying to tell you is start it at a lower temperature so it has time to defrost. So if you're making a cooked, if your frozen French fries are going to take a lot longer than 10 minutes to do. And of course, a frozen Cornish game is going to take a heck of a lot longer than that. So I don't know about the frozen. I think it's for packaged convenience foods like egg rolls and things like that that you could try. However, all this is a starting point because I want to do chicken wings, but I believe my chicken wings should be at 400 for 20 minutes. And so I press this time temperature button. The time starts to flash. I do this. I press temp and I reduce the time. Very much like every other oven there is, okay? And then I press start. And the important thing now is to listen and see how loud it is. I mean, you know what? It's not the quietest thing I have. The ovens are a lot quieter. They of course take up twice the footprint of this one, but it's not the noisiest I've had. You need to leave enough airflow around it, enough space around it to be able to cook, but it's going to do a fine job cooking. Now, one of the features that it has that many of the others don't is a separate preheat button. Okay, I am all about ruthless efficiency. I do not preheat my oven at all. In these books, when I wrote these, there's no preheating required. The time to preheat, etc., is all baked into the cook time. But if you are someone who likes to preheat, you can set that preheat button and you can go. Now, here's an important thing that I like to make sure of. When an air fryer is on, you are going to want to check every once in a while. And when you take this out, I want this to stop working. I don't want it to keep counting down while I'm tossing my chicken and generally futzing with it. I love that it stops. And when I push it back in, there's a short delay and it starts back up. This is a huge feature. You'd be amazed how many ovens don't do this. I really love that about it. On the dessert and the cake presets, okay, let me tell you my experience about making desserts in the air fryer. You should watch actually my Ninja air fryer, freestanding air fryer review. So baked goods don't do well with a fan rotating on top. I made a cornbread in there, and actually what happened with that cornbread was that the whole top was swirled because the hot air was circulating. In order to cook baked goods in an air fryer, you really want to cover it with foil. Not in the first cookbook, frankly, not all of my recipes had that. In the second cookbook, I got smarter. I was like, this is not worth it. So it takes a little bit longer to do, but it actually works better. Okay, let's talk about what you can put inside this. The day you understand that this is functioning largely like an oven and that you can actually bake things in it, it's going to open up a whole new world of cooking. This is a 3-cup bundt pan. This is a 6.5 by 4 pan. And either one of these will fit just fine in here. So oftentimes I'll put one of these pans in there. This one holds a little package of cornbread mix really, really easily. This one, I can put things that have sauce in it. I'll have a scallops with a tomato cream sauce with spinach at the bottom. Something like this works well. Okay, this is an 8.5-inch pan, and that one fits in there beautifully. This is because of the larger basket. None of my other air fryers can take this whole pan in there. So if you were making a cake, one-layer cake, and you wanted to use a standard pan, you could absolutely do that, which is a huge advantage. You can change the temperature while you're cooking, which I like. I had pre-cooked these wings, so I definitely don't need 20 minutes. Come on, buddy. You can just hold it down without that annoying beep, beep, beep sound. And what you really want for air frying is you want a thermometer, and you want to check. Yep, 170. I need my chicken at 165. So let's look at this chicken. Now the first thing to note is that all of these pans are super hot, so you want to put it in here. One of the wonderful things about this one is that it's very well insulated. When I touch the outsides, I can barely feel the heat. This is not going to be true of a toaster oven. Toaster ovens do not have that insulation. In other words, if you're cooking with children and you want your children to be able to put in chicken nuggets, french fries, or healthy food into the air fryer, which I highly recommend. I have some great keto chicken nugget recipes that children love. You really want one of these because you're not going to burn themselves by touching the sides. And trust me, they will with the toaster oven. So just be really careful. In terms of making wings, this has done an excellent job. What I want you to notice is that the top and the bottom are both browned. So you can't tell which side was up and which side was down. This is one of my pet peeves, is that I do not want to have to shake the food up. And the way I get around that is, one, finding an air fryer with good airflow. But then the other thing is by not stacking the food. Here's what I want to do. I want to shove my food in there. I want to go away, do something fun, come back 15 minutes later, eat. I'm lazy, okay? And by the way, it's totally doable, okay? So here are the chicken wings in this Cosori. That's how many chicken wings fit in our little Cosori. So I would highly recommend this one. I cannot speak to the longevity of it. I haven't tested the Go-Wise, for example. I had cooked 400 recipes in that one. So I knew it was gonna work. My Phillips gets a workout. This one is relatively new for me, so I don't know about the longevity. It does, however, have over 1,000 4-star reviews on Amazon, which says a lot about it. To me, the advantages are the space that it has, the fact that the basket is square, which means round objects like hamburgers and things like that will fit better. I can get more food in. The presets for me are a whatever. It's great to have them. I don't use them. You get a good recipe book. You don't need to use them. But if you're just starting out, it's actually a very good place to start. The only one I'm dubious about is the one that says start from frozen. I think that's just to defrost. I don't think that's actually to cook anything. So yeah, I would highly recommend this. This oven if you're looking for something with a larger capacity. This is the Cosori 5.8. I'm Urvashi. Blog is TwoSleevers.com. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful.